Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about a topic you've talked about for a number of years, so this does vindicate you. And the headline of a Fox News story is, proposed measure would require doctor drug tests. And they go on to say that there is a state ballot measure that would require doctors to be randomly subjected to drug and alcohol tests. And this was all originally reported in the San Francisco Chronicle. The so-called Pee in the Cup initiative is being pushed by a gentleman by the name of Bob Pack, who is a technology mogul and was a former exec with AOL and NetZero. He's already raised $2 million for his campaign that's going to be launched coming this summer, and is touting that a new poll that says 85% of California voters would support a random drug test for doctors. They say the initiative may also seek to lift the cap on damages for malpractice cases, hoping to get it on the 2014 ballot. And, of course, a spokesperson for the California Medical Association is calling this whole initiative a publicity stunt.
Wow. Well, actually, there's a guy by the name of Lucien Lepay, who is the head of the Department of Public Health at Harvard Medical School in Boston. And this came out, got to be 8-10 years ago now, and he actually went and took random, unannounced blood samples of medical doctors working in the emergency rooms at teaching hospitals, and he found that 52% were intoxicated on alcohol, street drugs, or prescription drugs. And this is why they cut off the left leg when they were supposed to cut off the right leg. This is why they take your eye out when they were supposed to do a hemorrhoid operation. And, of course, he set out the alarm and said, we have a problem here, folks. Houston, we have a problem. And I've been yelling about that ever since. And the whole idea that we can insist on Olympic athletes getting tested for drugs, but not doctors who have their life in your hands, and they actually kill, injure, and infect more people each year than the mafia has in 1,000 years. I mean, what other group of people, Doug, can kill, injure, and infect each year? Each year, this is a number for each year. They kill, doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers, 15 million of their patients in their workplace every year. Nobody goes to jail. Nobody loses their license. Nobody pays a parking ticket, let alone an OSHA ticket. So it's 5.8 million in hospitals and 9.2 million in private offices and clinics, and nobody ever drug tests them. And so we have a huge problem here. Doctors have legislated themselves into a monopoly, a protected monopoly. They're self-policing, and they have legislated all their competition into oblivion. All their competition are quacks, according not because MDs are the better doctors, but because MDs spent most of their efforts on legislation, killing off their competition, rather than finding better therapies and cures for their patients. As a result, the only line of healers in America that the federal government, state government, county and city governments, and even the military recognizes are MDs. Everybody else is classed as a third-class professional. And so this is all done by legislation, not by performance. So we have to educate the public and stay away from doctors as much as possible. And guess what? We'll all live longer. Thank you so much for bringing that one up, Doug.